Welcome back. Episode 2 of the Pozo Training Diaries is coming right at you, and we're back on the roof. And it's had a bit of a refurb, I have to say. We have got some amazing action. I said June had been a little bit, on the sort of non-Pozo side. Well, since I got here, I think I opened the bag and the wind and the conditions have come out firing. It's been tricky to get back up here to actually make this diary because the action has been crazy. Yeah, we've got more of that action. We've got some huge jumps.
Yes! Oh!
I mean, massive jumps.
The tool is gonna reply.
Oh! We've got some even bigger crashes. Yo! Yeah, the boys have been going absolutely crazy. There's a couple of standout names. But before we get on to the insane action like this... Oh! We're going to do a quick recap of some of the incidents that I've seen out on the water. We're going to start off with, I think we'll start off with Omar. Now, Omar is one of the local kids. He's grown up here and he goes massive. Yes, massive. And I caught him the other day. Well, after a couple of big jumps from him anyway, I was sort of following him. And then I just turned the camera around. I missed him. He was off the top of the screen. And I heard this big cry from the beach and he come flying down and nearly landed on Tatoon. Yeah, little Antoine was sitting in the water and look how close he lands to him, and he's coming down from like 30, 40 feet up. I mean, that was a close call. Tatoon nearly getting landed on, but I mean, Tatoon is one of the scariest guys out there. He's always the guy who looks kind of a little bit out of control. He comes in and you're like, whoa, man, that was close. He's like, no, it was fine. It was okay. It is all good. And then everyone's like looking at each other going, you what? I mean, he had a double the other day online and he's like fully inverted on the second rotation. I mean, he did, rumour has it, I saw him land actually a push forward the other day. Swifty goes off one wave. He lands his push forward, but it sort of goes down and landed. Tatoon goes even bigger and he goes behind the wave. I thought he'd landed, but I asked him afterwards what happened. He goes, oh, well, the board is in 4 pieces. He actually doesn't speak anything like that. I should give up on the impressions, but the board broke at the back, in the front and in the middle. I mean, that's nothing to do with the board construction, but that is a hard landing. Anyway, I was filming the other day and I just moved the camera again. I've been moving the camera all over the place and you're seeing stuff going down and he sort of drops out the sky. You're like, where did he come from? You realise his gear's miles away, and then he goes in for the body surf, and I think he has been practicing because he has got that down. I think he nearly caught his gear up. Morris Mao, he's another one who caught his gear up body surfing. Body surfing, if you amateurs out there maybe wanted to learn stuff, how to catch your gear, check out Moritz's body surfing on this one. Yeah, pretty impressive stuff, I tell you. We're going to talk about Moritz's wave antics in a minute because he has been throwing down the moves. Before we do that, we're gonna have to pull up one of my teammates, Marc Pare. Obviously, everyone's heard of Marc Pare by now, one of the up-and-coming stars. He's a big jumper. I think he said he did his biggest jump the other day and had to bail out. I mean, check the height on that thing. This guy just goes into orbit. But he had a little bit of an incident the other day with him and Sarah Quita coming in, think he wanted the goiter, and he had his eye on the prize. Yeah, he wasn't looking for anything else, and just check again how close he is. I think I pulled him up a few times in Cato. Look how close he is to Sarah Quita there. That is centimetres right there. So the boys just not caring at the moment. A few people said that there's a few of them just got that look in their eye and they are just going for it. Okay, right, let's talk about what's been going on. Like I said, we have got action today, so I'm going to have to go back out and film. I'm not sure when this film will be out because it will take me a while to edit it. But we have basically just over a week to go. A week tomorrow, a Sunday it starts. So Sunday next week it will start. So only about 7 days to go. And like I said, the last couple of days, I've literally just been moving the camera around and people have been dropping out the sky. I mean, I have got so many of these clips where people just dropping in from every different angle. It has been absolutely insane. But I've pulled out a few key people for this episode because I do have lots more footage, but I can only fit so much in. And I think we're going to at least concentrate on 2 of the Severn crew. The Severn boys are sponsoring Windsurfing.TV, so I've got to give them a shout out, and a couple of their team riders have been absolutely shredding. So let's kick off. I think we've got to kick off with our resident Australian. He's from Geraldton. It's Jaeger Stone. God, I've got to really stop with the accent. And he looks like a man on a mission. We've talked about him before. He's been working on his doubles. No doubles in this episode, but just check the height on his jumping. He went off the beach the other day. Like I say, last 2 days been super windy. He's on like a 3 meter or 3. It's something tiny. He has been going super big, but he didn't start off well. No, he didn't. His first run, we're all sitting on the beach. He leaves the beach. Everyone's sort of all eyes on him, and he goes up his standard tweak push loop. That's what we thought was going to happen. Blue! Oh! Ow! It didn't quite happen like that. He ended up pile driving into the sail. It looks super nasty. And I should know because I did a similar thing when I bust my shoulder a few years ago now. And it's how it happens. It backwinds and you get no pressure and you just fall. And he looked a little bit shook up after that, had a few runs and then came in. And I was like, you all right? And he's like, just having a moment, it's not quite going well. So he sort of got on the beach, did his old Zen master trick and went back out there. And he went back out with a bang. Like I said, he was going huge. He took off on one back loop. And you just look at the travel downwind. Anyone who does back loops will know if you've got any forward momentum, it's pretty hard to land. He just nails it. Just check out the distance, like a long jump record. He's got whatever. He got back on the horse, push tweak. You've got to get back on the horse once you fall off. So get the confidence building. Some huge forwards. One, I do not know how that board is not in 2 pieces. He landed so clean or hard. I don't know what you want to say, but he landed solid. He also had a massive forward, which he said he got a bit too much drift on. Wave didn't kick him and he drifted down. And he said it was a pretty painful landing as well. But he's just going massive on all the jumps. And obviously, if we're talking about Jaeger Stone, we've got to talk about the wave moves because this guy is on another level for me. He's obviously got the front side threes looking, pretty solid. A lot of people have got them at the moment, but he's got a nice 3 on him. He's got the powerful tacker. It's like a power turn into a tacker. And for me, that's the way to do tackers. It's kind of the only way that scores the big points. And he has got that down. Just so much power off the top. He's just got the turn, the big turn. And when you see everyone doing all the moves, I think everyone forgets about turning. And he has got the turn, just loads of aggression, loads of power off the top. Almost too much and then kind of saves it. So that is looking good. And, you don't usually see him busting out the goiters. We see that from a lot of the kids at the moment. But he has got the goiter. So he's got a few of them in the bag. And then I was filming yesterday. And for me, this is one of the best goiters, actual goiters I have seen in a long time, if ever here in Pozo. I'm throwing it down. It's the best goiter I've seen in Pozo. And maybe the angle I've got, but just look at the projection. He said it's like a full, half-mast logo high bomb wave. And he was like, this is either going to go well or it's going to go very badly. Luckily for him, he said it went well. He just look at the angle. I think that is just a sick goiter. So Jaeger Stone from the Severn crew is on fine form.
Oh! That was a smackdown.
Okay, moving on to another Severn rider. Now this guy, we know he's not renowned for his jumps, but he did throw a few down the other day.
This one first, and then learn from it. I wanted this one last second. Go on. Oh.
Okay, he did actually throw a back loop down, but I missed him. We were going to bring out the bloody trumpets. But anyway, we'll soon see. He can bust out the moves. I heard Vargas the other day was going off. But we're going to talk about his wave moves because that is what he's known for. That is what he throws down. And he had some seriously sick ones the other day. We were all sitting on the beach. Everyone was just going, you what? Massive one-handed goiter, sort of air tacker come goiter, just loads of lift, loads of pop, and the landings the landings. Are you kidding me? They're just full planing, most of them. He blagged a few, but we'll give him that. But just like I said, the serious height he was getting, the 360s as well, just loads of projection. It was good to see, I gotta be honest. And I kind of went up to him after that session. I was like, man, you're on fire. What are you using? I'm looking at his board. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's got 5 fins in that thing. 5 fins. I'm like, I thought it was a joke when I saw it online, but he said no. They're all smaller fins. I think his bigger one is 15 in the back, and then he's got 10s and 12s maybe. I actually need to ask him again, but it seemed to be working. He said he got loads of grip. He can push it out. He can turn with it. K4 fins, hey, K4 fins, plastic fantastic in the house. They've helped us out in the diaries before, so we got a big shout out to K4 fins. And that actually brings me on to a new feature. Now, I was saving this for a wave spot, but we had some massive waves here yesterday and we did have some turns. So I think I'm going to bust out this new feature early. The intro is not quite ready yet, so you're going to have to bear with me on that. But it is the K4 spray of the day.
It's time for spray of the day.
Spray of the day. It's coming to you. It's coming to you. So the theory is what we're going to do is we're going to pick out some guys who've been getting some spray and we're going to line them up in a bit of a montage style, and you're going to pick the best spray of the day, or maybe we'll pick it. Like I said, it's all been a bit hectic. I've been filming so much I haven't had a chance, but let's just check out the montage. So there you go. That is the new feature, the K4 Fins spray of the day. I'm going to work on the logo. I'll work on the intro. Don't worry. But it's good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Trust me. Okay, moving on now. We're going to go and we're going to check out one of the guys, or the guy who was just on a mission the last couple of days. He has been going into orbit. And, well, it was safety third, that is for sure. Safety third, kids. And there was no other prize he was going to get this week because Ricardo Campello has...
Big balls! Oh, I've got big balls! And they're such big balls! They're big balls!
Yes, he has massive balls. As a famous mountain bike commentator once said, how does he sit down with balls that big? Just ridiculous scenes. It reminded me of a video I saw online the other day. Just crazy. Okay, so Ricardo Campello's been on a man on a mission. You've seen it online, you've seen it probably everywhere, but we're going to show it again. Just check out the height of this double forward. Yes, he had to bail it. He said it was the scariest or hardest landing he's ever had. Marcilio Brown was coming in on that wave next to him. You see him look back. He said he checked to see if he was moving because he said that is the biggest, scariest thing he has ever witnessed. He was underneath him. He said he looked back. He was so high. He said the technique was wrong. The wind was too strong. He said, what was he doing? But he went for it anyway. He's a nutter. He's an absolute nutter. He did manage to sail away from that. Did he come in? Did he go, oh, that's it, it's enough for today? No, he didn't. He was out there and he has been busting out the moves. He has got perfect, and I'm talking perfect push forwards. He's been working on them all week. He's had some scary moments. Oh, shit. Yes, he's had some scary moments. He's had some big bails. And he's nearly killed himself. Well, he's actually nearly broke his arm. On this one, he got his hand stuck in the boom, he said. And as it come round, he nearly broke his hand. But you put all those crashes behind you, he has been pumping out some sick push forwards. Just super clean. A little bit scary sometimes. But still getting round and landed just some of the best ones I have ever seen. He's been boosting massive backies, you know, stall forwards, and he's still got the wave moves. He's still got the big hacks, as we saw in Spray of the Day, but he's got, you know, moves as well, 360s and everything. So Ricardo Campello is definitely a man on a mission. We've got to point out, though, because I've been watching him land a few jumps, and I've noticed something. I slowed it down in the first episode. You probably saw it. Yeah. The hair flick. The head flick. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Right, you'll start noticing it even more now, because I'm going to point it out. Now, Ricardo Campello is kind of known for his dodgy taste in music. Yeah, no, he is. You ask the boys that live with him. Now, I was kind of thinking, where have I seen this head flick come from? So I did a bit of research and just check out what I found.
My love has come along. My lonely days are over.
Yes, Justin Bieber. He's got the Justin Bieber hair flick. Oh my God. Oh, now I can't stop seeing it every time I see him land. He's a classic. Anyway, he's still got big balls. He's got the Justin Bieber hair flick. Nobody cares because he is on fire. Okay, so I'm going to have to probably leave it there. We've got a few more little nuggets coming up in the after section. Don't go too far away because Mussolini did turn up. Musso is in the building. Actually, hang on a minute. It's not, it's Japanese Musso! Japanese Musso is back for another year. I met him over in Japan and all the boys as well. Takara, his actual proper name is. Takuma, his little mate. Yoshi as well. All the Japanese crew are here and they have been firing. We've got more on them coming up in the other episode. We've got more on the juniors coming up. Miguel Chapuisi's been flying down the moves. We've got Fantine Pasquale. We got all the boys coming up in future episodes. We've got to give a big shout out, obviously, to our sponsors of these diaries. Pozo wins. Yeah, yes, we got to big up the boys from Pozo Wins. And we've got a shout out because they have got a new putting green outside the shop. Just check out the green. Oh, yeah. So rigging up in style. Everything's cool. We got the, you know, containers up. And obviously, just get on the website, Pozo Wins. And you can check out the car hire, like I said, accommodation, hire the kit. Those are the guys who can sort everything out. So there's the big up for them. Yeah, and that's about it. Anyone else wants to sponsor Windsurfing.TV, let me know. We do have some big, like I said, some end scenes coming up in these diaries. We've got the freestylers obviously coming up. Antoine Albert is one of the early freestylers here, and he's been putting down some big turns. We saw him do that crazy kamikaze double at the end of the last one. Well, he's actually landed some nice ones. I've missed them, but I did get some sick wave turns. Just check that out. One of them was in Spray of the Day. You might even win it. That's some serious sick turns. So the freestyler is from New Caledonia, where we've got some of the sickest waves ever. So maybe that's something to do with it. So there we go. And actually, speaking of Antoine Albert, he actually chipped in some beer money. Opened the other day. Beer money. So Antoine Albert, he's definitely going to be in the diaries every time now. And speaking of beer money, I've got to say massive thanks to everyone who has chipped it in. Werner was straight in with the beer money from Belgium before it even got to Pozo, and he is top of the tree. We've got the Dutchie, old Mr. Trimmer at the top as well. So there's a few boys and everyone else. I can't mention all the names, but everyone, cheers for chipping in. It really does help because I am working my titties off at the moment. One man show is on the thing. Okay, that's it. We're going to end. Episode 3 has got more crazy action. I'm going to go back and film. Like I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get this out, but stay tuned to Windsurfing.TV.
I don't know. Maybe that.
Oh. Ow. Yo. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit.
doubles, you don't want to do that. You're like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Because yesterday you did that a few times.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, who is that? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and do it. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't seen episode number 1, you can click on that here. And if you want to hit some beer money, click over here. I hope I've done that right. Let's have a look.